Welcome back, everybody, for round 3.
Round of 3. Did Mark Larson lie to us about the deck he's playing?
Yes. No,
Okay.
he didn't. He's playing green-black. He's not playing Boros.
All right, well, we've got a new...
Green cards and black cards.
Green cards and black cards.
Justin Gebing is
rock.
playing Cryptic Commands and Blood Moons.
I'm into it.
That is the Justin Gebing way.
This is how Justin Gebing operates. He's on that Cryptic Command Blood Moon train.
Yeah, he has one mode. Blood Moon into Cryptic Command.
Oh, boy. If you're going to move Blood Moon to another color, what color would you move it to?
Are there any colors that would be considered outside the game of Magic? Because that one.
Oh, boy. You get to ban Tron Lands or Blood Moon. Which one do you pick?
Tron Land's not close. Because if you ban Tron Lands, then playing Blood Moon is...
Marginal.
Yeah.
At best. Mark's rolling a 5. Here's Justin Gebing crushing him on
Die roll.
die roll.
Get wrecked, son.
Doubling up. Get wrecked, son. Alright, here we go. Looks like Gebing's going to keep. Looks like Larson is going to keep.
Man, we got
I hope.
two
I saw at
warriors
least
here
two
keeping
lands.
their 7s. I don't think he's on
Oh.
green-black dredge. I think he's just green-black.
Yeah, green-black.
Larson's throwing it back.
He might have a card that has the word dredge on it.
He might have... I would imagine he has Life from Malone. I'm not calling this dredge, though. And neither should our Spider Monkey. Delirium. No. Get out of here.
Quit trying to give him a keyword. You can call him green-black keyword.
Just call him Golgari.
So let me ask you this. What do you think about large numbers of keywords in standard environments?
Golgari Midrange. I like it. I'm down with that. Large number of keywords. So, like, cards with keyword soup or just a lot of different mechanics?
A lot of different mechanics. So think about, like, Time Spiral block.
Yeah.
That block had, like, a preponderance of keywords. There was, like, it was more than 10.
Yeah, okay.
It was more than 15, probably.
Did you like that standard environment?
I liked it. I liked that. I like drafting that set, and I would like standard environments.
Hold on. You like that standard environment, or you like drafting that set?
Both.
So
I also liked...
I can see why people like drafting the set. I did not like drafting the set at all. Because there was no consistency to the drafts. It was just like, all right, what am I doing this time? Like, I couldn't plan on wheeling anything. You have no idea what's going on. You're just, like, always taking the best card.
Right.
Like, you don't get to plan for synergies, and that's not what I like to do in my land environments. In terms of standard, it's just notoriously hard to balance.
Well, I liked the Return to Ravnica standard, which had... Each guild had a keyword, so there was 10 keywords there.
I mean, the Return to Ravnica standard, how many of those keywords were remotely playable? Blood Rush.
What was the one card? There's like a playable one out of every combo.
Well, tell me the Cypher card that was playable. Please.
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 Tell me what you would take from this Thoughtseize.
This Thoughtseize, it depends on what's in your hand.
Sure.
So if you got like a Goyf, you could set up a Goyf that's bigger than this Lightning Helix pretty easily.
So taking
so
the
I would
path
take the
becomes
path.
a real thing, sure.
But he has multiple Snapcasters in hand, so it's just not a good Thoughtseize. You're gonna run into that sometimes. Right now, notably, your Goyf outgrows the old Lightning Helix.
Sure.
So running it out there is good.
Yeah, you're going to get...
Is bueno. You're going to get a basic.
At least a crack with it, I think.
And you can untap and just snap path it. But that's fine.
If he untaps and snap past it, I'm very happy because I can get a whole turn of just like getting to do stuff.
Yeah. So he's gonna do it on Mark's turn, which is fine.
Yeah, but if even if he doesn't have Mark,
Adam Olds.
if he like Mark attacks in, he snap paths it.
Yeah, you get to do
Then
whatever
Mark
you want
gets
for
to
a
do
turn.
whatever he wants. Yeah.
And you're ahead on mana, which is a big deal. And you get a basic, which lets you play around Blood Moon from Justin Gebing.
Yeah, non-zero deal. I don't think Gebing has Blood Moon in this 3-color deck.
Well, I guarantee it's in the 75.
A guarantee?
Guarantee.
All right.
I would put money on it.
I'm impressed.
Why are you firing off the Raven's Crime pre-combat, Mark?
It's the post-combat Raven's Crime. That Goyf is tapped.
Oh, this is post-combat. Okay.
Goyf is tapped.
I'm fine with this post-combat. Discards the Cryptic.
Probably a good choice. Can't cast it right now.
What up, Chris Grady?
Chris Grady's coming through. Greetings, Chris Grady.
All right, so second land here, or third land rather, from Mark. What do you think's on the horizon?
I could see another Goyf since he's pretty certain he's not facing down any kind of Wrath of Gods. What is this? Oh,
It's just another Raven's Crime.
Another Raven's Crime.
I don't hate
discarding
it.
the Field of Ruin.
Don't hate it. Not even mad. Here's Snap Path.
That path could get you that basic. Get you a forest, girl.
No, we're getting a swamp, so we can discard more lands to our Raven's Crime.
The forest is a swamp too. I think that card's an Urborg, isn't it?
What card?
Oh no, that's a Ghost Quarter. I'm sorry.
is
I thought Ghost
no
Quarter was
Urborg.
Urborg. My bad.
You have shamed yourself.
Oh stop.
You have shamed
Oh
yourself.
stop.
You should be ashamed.
I'm not ashamed. I
should be.
mistook one card for another card.
Totally different cards.
Where's this Life from the Loam? Life from the Loam could really just be the death knell here.
Yeah, Life of One, it would be very good in this situation. He does need to mount a little bit of defense to stop this Snapcaster rushdown, but
Shoutouts to our industrious leader, Daniel Nelson. If
who
you
is
guys love,
very busy moving boxes around.
if you guys love Top Deck Productions, you love Daniel Nelson because he really just works his dick off for this thing.
He's just moving boxes, man. I don't think he's doing anything productive.
Just shuffling inventory
Yeah, just
in an
moving
effort.
cardboard.
It's like every job your boss comes in and like moves things around just to make you think he's doing a lot of work.
It's happening. What happened there? Oh,
He pushed the Snapcaster.
Drago push Snapcaster.
Here's another Raven's Crime.
Yeah, that Raven's Crime was not good.
What are you talking about? I want to Raven's Crime everything.
It would have been much better last turn.
Like, if you get to the point where Justin is sandbagging lands so that, you know, he can play around your Raven's Crime, you're happy. Because this Jeskai deck wants a
So you
good,
knew what was in his hand.
10 lands in play.
You knew it was in his hand the turn before.
Okay.
And you knew it was Snapcaster Lightning Helix. And you know if you get one of those cards that turn, then he can't get full value out of the Snapcaster Mage. Or the Lightning Helix, depending on which way he discards it.
Sure.
Here's the Life from Loam. That's bad for
Targets
Justin.
fetch land, Field of Ruin, cycling land. So these cycling lands plus Life from the Loam are bad news.
Or good news, depending on
Oh,
who
good.
you are.
Yeah, depending on what your story is here.
So we're gonna logic knot this. We're gonna shrink our Goyf while we're at it.
Yeah.
Get it for 3. That's fine. We'll be back next turn.
So you've got instant land sorcery in the bin. Wow, I wonder how many Raven's Crime Mark has in his deck. It's looking super powerful here.
Yeah, so Raven's Crime is very powerful against a lot of these control decks. I've always been a fan of this card.
Oh yeah, it's a cool card.
A Raven's Crime aficionado.
Aficionado, he says. All right, Life from the Loam.
Meanwhile, this Goyf is just cracking away.
Yep, getting big.
3 mana. Liliana, holy smoke. So, Life from the Loam with Liliana is a big, big deal.
Oh, Justin's going aggro, man.
We're sending it straight to the dome.
To the dome, puts Mark to 6, to 4. This is a thing.
I mean, what else are you going to do? You're not going to be able to play the control game. He's debating bringing back this Life from the Loam. Just with no cards in hand, I probably would. Make him sacrifice. And then swing.
Yeah, I don't see how Justin...
Is Mark at 1?
Is Mark actually at 1?
Do we have life totals that wrong?
So Justin's got a top deck here. You only have...
Wow, Mark's at 1.
Wow. Goyf gets another power because of the Planeswalker going to the bin.
Goyf is now 2 swings away. You only get 1 shot at winning the game here, Justin.
1 shot to make everything you've always wanted.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
All right.
Pretty inconsequential. But I guess we do get to thin out the deck a little bit.
No, it's sweet. I mean, Justin gets to show off more of his awesome lands.
Oh, sure.
Guru lands are just like a little bit past their prime, but they're still very, very nice.
So if I'm Mark, I just get back the cycling land, cycle it, discard some land, play another land for a turn, and just try to get to a fatal push or something like that in case he plays a blocker. I guess you have the Lily.
I mean, Justin has quite a few outs. I'm assuming there's a non-zero number of lightning bolts, a non-zero number of lightning helixes.
Yeah, I think we have 7 outs.
And Snapcaster Mages, right?
Snapcaster Mage doesn't win him the game, but it buys him... It doesn't even buy him a turn. Because he had to...
Oh, he doesn't have any... He doesn't have any of those cards in his graveyard anymore?
Turn late.
Alright, let's play another one. Turn 1 Raven's Crime really just bared its teeth.
Was it turn 1?
Oh, no, Thoughtseize. It was like turn 3.
Yeah.
Still not the worst card to cast on turn 3.
Yeah, Raven's Crime with Life from the Loam, great. Liliana with Life from the Loam, great. Life from the Loam with Cycling Lands, great.
Is this Golgari Loam?
No.
Okay. It just sounded like you named off like half the deck comboing with Life from the Loam.
Yeah, that's what Life from the Loam does.
Yeah, just integrates itself.
Great.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet one. I'm not mad about it.
But I mean, Lily's sweet on her own.
Yeah.
Raven's Crime's good on its own.
Did a little hurtle-durtle motion with his body. It was real funny.
Camino says this is the Belfie pile. So there you go.
Yeah, Bofado qualified for this Pro Tour upcoming.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
If these Jeskai decks are as in force at the Pro Tour, Belfie's going to do really well.
So the Jeskai decks are going to make up like a small percentage, but not an
all decks are going to make up
inconsequential
small percentage.
Yeah, so I mean,
I don't think any deck gets to 10%.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Fine.
We just are going to agree to disagree then.
Yeah. Just going to agree to disagree. What percentage of the meta do you think Affinity will have?
Like 8, approaching 10, but not 10, not a full 10.
It's like 9.9.
Yeah, like 8 to 9.
0.9.
9.
You're ridiculous.
You're equally ridiculous.
I am not ridiculous. Nothing ridiculous about this guy. Modern's not about interacting, just play your game. I think there is a modern metagame where that is true. I don't think that is the modern metagame currently.
Yeah, Modern's about interacting. There's so many cards that are really important to Moderns.
You just got to interact differently. You're not always going to interact with their creatures. Sometimes you have to interact with their spells.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to interact with their graveyard.
You have to at least greet your opponent.
Yeah.
You have to cut their deck and shuffle their deck. You have to interact.
You don't have to
lot.
greet with them. You don't have to greet them.
Oh, you can just you would stone cold sit down and just not talk to an opponent for the whole round.
I've done it before.
Wow, that is.
Listen, I get paid to talk to people. I don't do that for free. If I can avoid talking to anybody, man, you better believe I will.
Wizard Shark, it's nice to have you.
I like your name, even though it terrifies me.
God, can you imagine if a shark was a magic user?
You're just like a shark planeswalker.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Plus one. Dun-dun.
So tell us more about your job as a phone sex operator.
It's pretty stressful.
I believe you.
You get some angry people when you can't finish your job in a timely manner because you're being billed by the minute. So it definitely behooves you to be very good at your job, but not too good because I mean that's how you get paid.
Right. That'd be a great Twitter handle, billed by the minute.
Billed by the minute, yep.
Behoogland, 1217.
It behooves you to
is now following.
to subscribe.
I don't. That's like a weird handle, Behoogland. Does that guy still play, or did he move on to like? What's it, Hex or something? Wasn't there another game that guy was playing, Hoogland?
Yeah, Quarriors.
Oh, did he go Quarriors Pro?
Yeah, he went pro in Quarriors. It's a very immersive game.
There's a bunch of expansions for that game. I imagine the meta is deep.
I don't deny that.
All right, so Mark's shuffling some percentage of his deck. I don't know what this red card. Okay, he was going to town on that right half.
Yeah, just half of it though.
And then just involving this left half.
Yeah, we want that other half to be oriented exactly how it is within this deck, but the rest of it.
All right. Here we are in this non-interactive modern format. Let's see if we can get a nice one here.
All right, can Mark keep a 7? Going to 6 did not stop him last game. Or is he already on a 6? He might already be on a 6.
Wow, for a deck full of Expos and Gurus, this is a pretty tame Serum Visions.
That's a nice Serum Visions. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you want out of a Serum Visions, man?
So it's been F&M promoed twice.
Yeah, this is way better than an F&M promo.
What's that, a pack foil?
No.
Oh, no, that's the arena foil.
Yeah, the arena foil is sweet.
Yeah, that was one of the... I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was arena foiled once, F&M promoed once.
The F&M promo is ugly.
You're not wrong. Speaking
Here's the turn 1 Ravens crime. Let's start it off early and often.
Speaking of promos, go to your local Magic store. GameSwap Mason here also is probably doing this.
Demand a fistful of promos. It helps to bring a firearm with you.
Oh, jeez. No, there's no firearm promo day where you bring in your firearm and they hand you promos.
Yeah, here's like 20 Bishops of Rebirth. See ya.
No, the League promo.
Oh, poor Ravens crime.
This time around is a Evolving Wilds.
Is actual garbage. Gotcha.
Evolving Wilds is one of my favorite Magic cards.
Correct.
It's been promoted many, many times.
Also correct.
And I'm excited to have another one to add to my promos cube.
All right. I'm very happy for you.
Thanks, friend. Can't wait to win the lottery to finish that cube. Boy, is it expensive.
Is it?
There's a lot of things I need that are like, in the $5 to $20 range. And if you need like 20 of those cards, then you're like, all right, well, this is getting kind of expensive.
Adam holds as many as possible. If they printed 20 different promos of Evolving Wilds, which I would imagine we will have by the 30th anniversary of Magic, then Taylor would play all 30 of them in his cube. Confirm or deny?
30?
30.
That would be like 100% of the land spots.
I mean, what are the lands you put in there?
They promoed...
So confirm is where we're at.
Oh, man. I might just put in like my favorite 15. Like, there's 4 now, and I'm very happy with it. Like, I would play 6. I would love to everybody to have 1 during a draft. Or, like, the 5-color player to have to just pick them super high.
Sure.
The power level on this cube is quite high. So, having...
How is power level of the cube high?
There's
4 Evolving Wilds.
There's 4 Evolving Wilds. There's Stoneforge Mystic Batterskull.
Okay.
And Stoneforge Mystic Jite.
All right.
There's 2 Path to Exiles, 2 Lightning Bolts.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, I think that's a pretty high power level.
All right. Yeah, this relic's doing a number on Mark's Tarmogoyf here.
So if I'm playing white, do you think Relic is like the best card for him to be playing?
Well, he wants to have interaction with his own... He wants to have interaction with his own graveyard. So he doesn't want something that's going to nuke the entire yard.
So Rest in Peace is not optimal for him?
Yeah. You have Gleemax in your cube? Billy Caminos wants to know.
Is there a promo Gleemax?
I don't know, man.
It's a promos cube, so like we're...
Are we going to have the Earl of Squirrel in it?
Yeah, Earl of Squirrel's going in.
Perfect. That's all I wanted with my life, is to play some Earl of Squirrel.
Yeah, there's some wonky ones in there. Like the creatures are way worse than the removal. It's kind of like playing 1993, 95 Magic.
How about Ass Whoopin'? Do we get to play Ass Whoopin'?
Was that the promo?
Mm-hmm.
From the first one?
The second one.
I thought it was,
Here's a Geist.
the Ghost of St. Truth.
Sorry about your luck.
So Justin's pretty far behind here, but this Geist is...
It's going to even the board here quickly. I can see him getting rid of all graveyards here.
Yeah, take 0. Here's
Oh,
the Nihilist
Spellbomb.
Spellbomb.
That's good here. You 100% send.
Yeah, you have to attack. You can't... I mean, it's... What's it? Is it a 3/4? He's blocking? Oh, and he's going to remove all the graveyards. So the best Mark
But
can
you
do
have
is
a land...
Is do land creature or land artifact.
Yeah, land artifact. Easy peasy.
Easy game. Easy game, easy life.
Oh, man, and Justin's going to take damage to do this? Yikes. I mean...
Yeah, this block is not... This isn't going to end the way Justin wants it to.
So still before damage, you sacrifice the Nihil Spellbomb. You have to sacrifice the Nihil Spellbomb first.
Do you?
I mean, unless you have something else that you can do.
Well, he's going to go get basic swamp here.
I mean, you have a fetch land. I don't know why we're not just doing that. And then we can save our Field of Ruin for a Celestial Colonnade, but...
So Nihil Spellbomb only gets a target player?
Right.
That was an interesting move there from Justin.
And here's the Colonnade.
Because if he just doesn't block and makes the same line, he gets to take 2.
And then crack back for 6.
And crack back for 6, which... You know, puts Mark on a clock. Like, if Mark takes one more hit from a fetch land, like that 6 becomes a legitimate clock.
We definitely want to grow this Goy pre-combat if we can. Looks like we cannot.
Okay, Justin's going to take the hit for 3, despite having Cryptic Command in hand. Counterbounce. Or counter draw.
I think it's got to be counter draw. You can just cast the Goyf again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game's become super interesting.
I think Mark's in a pretty good position to maintain his home then. So Mark taking 4 here.
15. Path in the upkeep?
Yeah, so here Mark's going to get punished for firing off this Field of Ruin instead of just searching for a land with his fetch.
Right. Oh, because he needs the Field of Ruin to
deal with his Colonnade.
Yep. You're not wrong.
I mean, I guess he was trying to sequence Tracker into cracking the fetch, but it seems pretty embarrassing now. No, he didn't. Because Justin did not have the Colonnade out at that time.
Okay. Well, Mark has a lot of draws available to him.
Another field.
There's a field. I mean, any Field of Ruin, Life from the Loam's a great draw. You know.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's got options. Justin's going to just not fire up the Colonnade, but he's got Spell Queller, which hits a surprising number of targets in Mark's deck.
Spell Queller's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the clocks in this Jeskai deck are pretty slow. I mean, Geist is a pretty big clock, but
we're gonna negate the Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. Okay, so the land that Mark hit with the first Field of Ruin was also a Colonnade.
okay. Alright, so Mark is going to... Oh, and Mark tapped the Field of Ruin to cast Pulse. Well, isn't that special? Justin has logic not back up here if he wants to get frisky. And it's noted that he only has to get...
Slaughter Pact.
Do you logic not this one? Or you just let it go? 4/7. Interesting.
Alright, Mark. Do not tap the Field of Ruin. Okay, there we go.
Let's set this bad boy aside. Justin has 6 damage in his hand. Let's see if this...
He has a fetch. He left a fetch open.
Oh, man, this is perfect.
So
Mark left the fetch open? Yeah, that's a Verdant Catacombs on the end there. So what Justin can do here is put Mark to 1 and activate the Colonnade, forcing Mark to sacrifice his fetch. Helix puts Mark to 4. Bolt puts you to 1.
And he just has the snap bolt here.
Oh, I would have activated the Colonnade for maximum embarrassment.
Maximum embarrassment.
Very
And
interesting.
a couple of sequencing errors there by Mark. Yeah. So even if you wanted to play out that Nile Spellbomb and cycle it, you knew you were going to cast whatever you got. Because you have to keep the Field of Ruin up.
Sure, so if you just leave the Nile Spellbomb up, then you tighten your stuff up to Snapcaster plays.
Right.
Which forces him to have Snapcaster and activate the Colonnade. Which I wasn't counting as mana, but...
No, sir.
No siree Bob.
No, siree Bob. He might have been able to snap Bolt, but he wouldn't have been able to snap Helix. I didn't see if he played a land on the last turn.
Here's my tournament lesson for today.
Please tell me.
Both these guys are playing fairly control-y decks. We still have 20 minutes for game 3.
Yeah?
Just because you're playing a controller deck doesn't mean you get to take all day.
Okay.
Tournament lesson for the day. That one drives me bonkers.
Why does that drive you bonkers?
Because I urinate a lot. I have to use the bathroom between most rounds.
You should get that checked out.
Oh, I know what's causing it. It's
the juice?
It's a... For those of you who aren't caught up, I constantly get berated for being on steroids, which I'm not.
Well, remains to be seen. I haven't seen your back in a while.
You can check for the back knee whenever you want.
Pass.
Get back there and pop some of this bad boy.
Hard pass. So for not taking a lot of time during play, Mark's sure taking a lot of time here on the shuffle.
Well, he's piling it out, which I know bothers you, but
dreadful.
We've had to figure out what an appropriate amount of pile shuffling is, and once per game is the consensus the world has come to.
I'll take 0 per game.
Well, there's people that disagree with you.
Well, those people are wrong.
Okay.
It's so much easier to count your sideboard than it is to count your main deck.
But then you're assuming that there were 75 cards in the deck.
Yeah, because you
in the box.
Register your deck at 75 cards.
But what if you lost a card at the beginning of the league, or somewhere in the last round?
Get wrecked.
Well, if I figure it out, then I can be like, oh, Judge, I'm missing something, yada yada. That's a much better fix than game loss presented 59.
Yeah, but if you know your 15 cards in your sideboard.
Yep.
You can count to 15.
Yep. And then you
get to 90% of the issue.
Disagree. What if a card got like hostage takered or?
Then get your card back. Pay attention.
Yeah, listen, we're not all as perfect as you. John Douglas is perfect, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
I'm here with the perfect John Douglas.
these are your words, not mine. Donald Trump likes pile shuffling because his hands aren't big enough to riffle shuffle. And if you double sleeve it, that's just right out.
Well, noted. If Donald Trump ever plays my cube, we'll double sleeve the whole damn thing.
Double sleeve the whole damn thing. You could probably double sleeve. You could probably shuffle 40. 60 is pushing it.
I can't imagine a worse experience in the world than playing Magic with Donald Trump. Can you imagine how hard that guy tilts? It's got to be the worst.
Listen, you're not wrong.
Path to Exile down.
Interesting.
We've got Snapcaster, Spell Queller.
Trump likes it raw, no sleeves.
Jeez. There's one thing I do love. I love a casual draft, just grabbing some scrubby lands out of a box.
Oh, yeah.
And just sleeving up a bunch of commons and uncommons and then leaving them there at the end, all sticky and bent.
What are you doing to these cards?
You've never intentionally roughed up a deck of cards while you were playing a draft?
Why would I do that? I'm trying to play Magic with them. Why would I rough them up? I'm not like chewing on my cards or anything.
I'm not chewing them up, but I'm like...
Why are they sticky?
I'm shuffling...
What are you doing with these cards?
I'm
come on.
shuffling them
Mismatched
aggressively.
Ghost Quarter, Mark Larson.
Which one? You like the Innistrad one?
Yeah,
I like that one.
of course you do.
One of the many things we disagree on.
You're not wrong.
Somehow we remain the best of friends.
This Scavenging Ooze is great here. It's going to force Justin to remove it.
Uh-huh.
And then Mark's going to get a lot of value out of this Nile Spellbomb as a result.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking about Justin's line here.
Pop. We could respond to this. There we go. Biting the path. So now, if he wants to Snapcaster here, he's got to snap Serum Visions. But in all likelihood, he's just going to take the damage and Lightning Helix.
Yep. Are there any red cards you would splash into this Golgari midrange deck? So you have to have the Sheltered Thicket, right? Like you want the one cycling land for the Life from the Loam interactions.
Absolutely.
So you could either splash that one in, or you could splash the Kenyan Slough. So are there any red cards you would want to have available to you that you can think of off the top of your head, like a Kolgun's Command or something?
Yeah, like maybe a one of Colgan's Command, although I'm not like super excited about it. Maybe like an Olivia, because I can see this deck struggling against big creatures.
Well, Olivia would be a big deal. I like it.
That's a hard splash.
All right, Mark goes in.
This is I don't mind this Field of Ruin. You're taking him off of either white mana or Cryptic Command.
Okay.
And in that regard, this is very good.
Sure.
Billy Caminos wants Molten Vortex. Yeah, shock a turn when you assemble the combo is pretty sweet off of a red splash, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the kind of card you get to splash around with.
I agree that this deck with a Molten Vortex would be sweet, but I would change around the mana base significantly.
Sounds like the challenge is on, Billy.
Oh, I'm sure Billy's got the 75 already put together.
Even in the matching sleeves. So here's the Thoughtseize. Snapcaster finds the battlefield. 2 Geists, a Cryptic Command, and a Benduian Click. One Geist down.
Yeah. This is not good for Mark with no clock on the board.
Yeah.
So now he's staring down the Snapcaster, which is whatever, but this Geist is going to be a big deal. And he gets a second blue source, so he can cast his Vendilion Click next turn.
Man, this Jeskai deck makes a pretty creaturey board presence. I like it.
Mark may have gone a little heavy on these Nile Spell Bombs. He's on multiples every game.
Yeah, that could just be a little unlucky.
I would venture to guess he brought in 3. Which, when combined with the Scavenging Ooze, is probably too many.
Yeah, I mean, so every deck's different, so what I'm about to say is not a hard and fast rule.
Okay.
But I tend to not be so, like, the only card I think I would play more than 2 of in a sideboard is Leyline of Sanctity. Like, I would obviously play all 4, because in the matches you want it, you just want to, like, put it in during the Leyline time. And
just want to put it in. There's a cost to playing 4 Leylines, because...
I understand.
All right.
And then the decks you, like, in the Boggles deck, like, you play it because you just straight up can't beat Burn.
Right.
You straight up can't beat a Liliana of the Veil. Discard spells are very bad for you. So, like, that, you know, in certain situations, the cost is well worth it. But my point is, when I build a sideboard in Modern...
Oh, man, we've got the E-Witness Thoughtseize. Who needs a Snapcaster?
Wow, that's a big game.
Yeah, grab that Vendilion Click, and now he's left with his Cryptic Command that he can't cast, and he's got a blocker for this Geist, which was threatening to ruin his day. Plus, if Justin doesn't get exactly a blue source here, then Mark may be able to just trade off with this Snapcaster when it swings in, and then drop a Lily next turn for free. And that is the biggest game.
So anyway, when I'm building a sideboard, if I want 3 of an effect, I'll diversify because there's enough cards in Modern that you can get a card that does something, but it does it a little differently, or
Path is good here. Sorry.
Does it at a different cost or something like that. You know what I mean?
Path was a very nice draw, although I suppose any removal spell would have done it.
Yep.
Take 8. If that happens one more time, Mark, you're a goner.
Loses the game.
Loses the game and has to move out, apparently.
State-based effects would get checked, and Mark would have 0 life. Results in a victory for Justin.
Let's see, draws a rules lawyer here. All right. Can't see what's in Mark's hand. He's shuffling around pretty aggressively. So, like, Fatal Push Liliana is nice.
Yep.
You even have mana for Abrupt Decay Liliana. You have to answer this Geist now. You get no more chances.
Yep.
Oh.
Gotta go find something. Here's the looker.
Not gonna do it. Liliana, make you sack. All right.
Game.
Anybody's looking for a roommate, Mark Larson is looking for a place to live. But you don't look for any place to go because we'll be back here in about 5 minutes for the 4th and final round
of Hot Modern Action.
Hot Modern Action.
afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.